What's up guys, Peaveyplayer 22 here. Hadn't done a video in a while, so I decided I'll upload today. Let's talk about flying. I love flying, I like the experience of the airport and everything in it, but there's some odd things that happen. So the first thing you do is you go park, and the parking is ridiculous. There's like 52 layers of parking stacked on top of each other, so you're just driving around. Is there on a spot? And you got 14 more floors, and you're like, oh, I don't know where I am. Am I still in this universe? You finally find a spot and park. You look up and they're all numbered like A, B, C, D, and E. But then there's so many of them, it gets to Z and then it goes like AA, BB, AC. It's like this turned into a pop quiz. It's like, man, where'd you park? ABA, no, ACA. I don't know. I'm just here. And like I was homeschooled, so the first thing I thought, I was like, man, it's gonna be a good field trip. Like, go through each letter and like find a thing in that place that rhymes with that letter or starts with that letter. And then like as a guy, I'm like, you know, we're really high up. What if I spit right here? I wonder if it hits someone. So then you finally get parked and you get in the terminal, and the first thing you see is this big glass box they have that is what you cannot take in your carry-on luggage. And a few things like I can see, there's a gun in there and a knife, and it's like, well, that's obvious. But then there's like a Coleman lantern. It's like, who is taking a lantern onto the plane? Like, what if the plane's like electricity goes off? You're Johnny on the spot. Hey, I got a Coleman lantern, guys. Here, just light up the whole plane. And then there's a power saw and a weed whacker. Who's taking a weed whacker on a plane? What do you like, sir? What do you have in that bag? Nothing. So I can see something sticking out. Oh, it's just my weed whacker and my Coleman lantern. I'm an international yard man that likes to work nights. That's all I do. Like, who's taking these things on the plane? So then you get to the security, which takes like an hour and a half just to wait in line for a dude that likes his job just a little too much and just pats you down. And you're like, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you see there's nothing there. Okay, oh, you're gonna do the other shoe. Okay, let's take my shoe off. Oh, you're gonna go my arms now. Okay, oh, spread them out. Oh, don't spread them out. Okay. And then they go through your bag and then find a battery, and it's like, sir, this is contraband. You can't do this on the plane. Go to the back of the line and start over. Oh my goodness. So you finally get through the stupid security, and then you go to the terminal, which this is when the fun starts, because you can start people watching and listening to conversations. You hear the weirdest things. I was in the airport not too long ago, just hanging out in the terminal, waiting for my flight, and I hear this conversation behind me, and it's a girl and a mom fighting, and they're kind of loud, so I'm trying not to listen, but I'm definitely listening to them. And she's like, I don't care if you take me on this trip, Mom. I'm gonna date him. And you hear the mom talking, and then she goes, yes, he's a nice boy. Why wouldn't he be doing all those community service hours if he wasn't a nice boy? And like, I'm trying not to die. I'm like looking at a light bulb, and I look around, and apparently a lot of other people heard that too, because everyone's like, oh, I like that shop over there. Ooh, that's a good light bulb, and trying not to laugh with me. So then you sit in the terminal, and then you get board the plane. Am I the only one that thinks this is odd, that you sit in the terminal with all these people, and then you get on the plane, and there's like 15 more people there? Like, where did they come from? I didn't see them walk up. Were they on the plane when it got here? Did they just fly in? Like, is this like a pre-boarded plane? Like, they just pull up, oh, we have a few more left in there, just shove them in, and we'll just take off. And it's like, I don't recognize any of these people. That just bothers me the whole time. So then you get on the plane, you sit down, and then 4 hours later, you take off. Like, you just sit there, and then you buckle in, then you unbuckle, and then they come up with a demonstration. They show you how to buckle it in, and then pull it back out. And you're like, oh, that's how buckles work. Oh, I've been doing this wrong all of my life. I've been putting it over my shoulder, and then getting sideways, and then click it in. Oh, I'm so glad you told me that. So then they're like, the captain goes, all right, sir, we're about to take off. We are 15th in line. The tower says we have to wait. It's like, huh, the tower? Who's the tower? We don't know the tower. We can just do what we want. I want to hear, this would be awesome, I want to hear an airport guy or the pilot go, the tower says we're 15th to take off. But as you see, we're mowing around the lawn right here. I'm going to cut in front of this guy. I say we're number one. And just take off. That'd be awesome. And then, like, what are they going to do? You're in the sky anyway. You were supposed to take off. You're right, I wasn't. So you're just sitting there for an hour and a half waiting for this stinking thing to go. And did you hear the story? Like, this happened a few years ago. Is in Dallas, Texas, they were landing a plane and forgot to put the wheels down. You'd think that'd be on some kind of checklist or something. Like, all right, we're about to land. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the wheels. And it's like, and this is the thing. They landed that, and they put those people, take them off that plane, and put them on another plane, the same airline. No, put me on a bus, because I don't want to be in here anymore. And then that plane had engine trouble. That's when I'm like, hey, I have an idea. How about you just shoot us in the head right now to take out the middleman? This is a second plane. So then that makes me a little weary, but I like taking off the shoo. And then in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, the airport's about this big. So we land and like, okay, that's cool. When we take off, then the next week, we're sitting there and then the turbines start heating up and we're like, and then we just go straight up. So we're like, oh, I don't know why we're not going. Okay, we're up. So then you get in the air, and then every flight is the same. The pilot wants to talk to you, but you can't understand what he's saying. So it's like, this is your captain speaking. And you're like, I hope he's not saying something important, like brace for impact or something. Oh, and I love how he says this is the captain speaking. Like, who else is going to be speaking? This is some random guy that found the microphone. Can Billy come up here? I need to talk to him. So that's my interpretation of flying. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more videos, 22 out.